Hey, how we doing, kids? I just got moved a little bit. Move it back. There we go. Just doing a quick adjustment. There we go. There we go. This should be this is a little bit low. Oh, and you can't get comfy. It's a little bit high, but I'll deal with it for now. Here we go. Here I am. Still a little bit juicy on this. Alright, let me start by popping out the chat, because I feel like if I don't do it right now, I'm gonna forget. There we go. Alright. To our usual startups. We have here our electric friend. See if I can find the switch. Here we go. I need a better permanent place to put our electric friend. Let me start by moving some windows over too. And, of course, as we do most... already have a lisp. But as we do most days, this is a fresh one. Fresh gallon. Gotta have our milk. Ooh, get that on there. Higher. There we go. Ooh, get that milk going. Yeah. My desk is a little bit full. I got like my coffee mug and stuff up here. A little bit of a cloudy throat. I should be fine though. But I ain't got nothing to say, so let's jump into it. Get up to 16:9. Turn this down a bit. Or, well, kill the audio altogether. Okay. So we're at the very beginning of day 9? As I recall? Very beginning of day 8. Okay. And first and foremost, I was given, I think, a letter to go visit someone. I don't remember who. To double check. Yeah, a bit of a late start today. I stayed a little bit extra at gym. Kind of just slowed everything else down. Following. I'm predicting a slow day today. It's kind of got that vibe. Okay, is it to go straight to Bachelor? Let me check. So I don't actually have a quest. I'll just do a brief rereading of this. Yeah, Bachelor wants to see me. Okay, so I'll make my way to him. I think my inventory and what have is already fairly well organized. So all I gotta do is go to him and meet with people like Notkin, Bad Grief, Murky, Young Lad along the way. And what is the time? What is my status? A little bit high on infection. I've been having trouble dealing with infection this time around. But I got good supplies last time, so I can hold out for a bit. I'm a little bit, I think, tight on money. Not the worst. I could be better. I think me being able to sell some of my drugs... Ooh, I also had a theory that I can make my own antibiotics. I'll have to try it out. But my theory is that I make a Twirin recipe. Sorry, I got like gunk in my eyes. I don't know what that's about. Make a Twirin recipe and then take that and mix it with an infected organ. And I think that will make antibiotics. And there's probably an exceptionally strong mixture that will then make possibly more panacea. Like the best Twirin extract with some of the better organs. I don't think I have enough water. Fast check. No, I only got one bottle. Hunger's already getting me. I don't like that. That's not good.
The abattoir is to blame. I've always said that.
Okay. Yo, kid. Sure. That might be a waste, but not that big of a deal. Yeah, and this, I need to keep in mind, is going to be the last day that I'll be able to barter criminals' weapons for food. Okay, I'm a little bit disoriented here. Oh, let me increment to save real quick. Today's first increment. So let's go visit Bad Grief. I also need to keep my eyes open for anyone else who's gotten ill. And do I have antibiotics for such a... I do. Okay. And hopefully the neomycenium is good enough. Oh, okay, more so. Hopefully monomycenium is good enough. Though it might not be, if someone is sick. Come this stage of the game. Hey, Grief.
He who loans a minute owes a year in interest.
At least check what he's got. You know, kind of overpriced here. I won't lie, my boy. But, I mean, it's not unreasonable that what he's selling is overpriced. So, if there's a day for raiding, I should absolutely try to go raiding today. Problem is, well, I have no bullets. Do I have any bartering stuff for food? Not really. This is going to be my last chance for it. But if I don't have the opportunity, I simply don't have the opportunity. Tomorrow when the military arrives, I won't have too much of an opportunity to barter for food anymore. It'll all have to be purchases. But there will be a surplus of organs. Raiding a home may still be worth it, though. Just in that there's a high probability of food getting dropped. Same thing with arsonists. Arsonists tend to drop food. Oh, one more. Past the crane.
What have you got there? 2 more hands?
Is this just a... Okay, this is an actual dialogue. Okay. Oh, I'm so scared. I can't sleep now. Don't be afraid, it's not real. I don't even know what she's talking about. What do you mean, not real? It's about mommy and daddy. You shouldn't think about it like that. No, no. What if in the end, I'll find out how to see them? What if they come back? I feel completely lost in this conversation. I feel like there is a side quest with Murky that I missed. Clara. All right. Has Changeling been fucking with the kid? I was not expecting to walk into a fight. Nice. Bit of luck there.
Have you heard? The military arrives tomorrow.
You see what happened? I don't understand. Why is the well filled up? It's a rather sorry story. A gang of marauders tried to escape a blocked-off district with their loot and ran into an unexpected and courageous resistance. Patrolmen were there too, but that's not the point. Yeah, it doesn't make sense yet. The bandits were not of the timid sort themselves. They pulled out guns and began shooting, trying to mount a retreat. After killing 2 of their pursuers running along the roofs and backyards, they somehow got to this area. Then one of them remembered this well of mine. Perhaps there was a co-worker of yours among them? You're a quick thinker. Precisely. The clumsy townfolk lagged behind, taking the long route, so the marauders had the time to break into here, throw the loot in, and even go down the well themselves. The pursuit was on my step already, you know. What happened next? When the townfolk broke in, they saw the last of the bandits descending into the well. They tried to continue the pursuit, but the bandits started shooting and killed one more. I'm pretty sure they were sitting there, waiting for their targets to be to follow them one by one. Then the pursuers got this clever idea. Fill up the well? Exactly. Without a moment's hesitation, these honest people decided to bury the marauders alive. As you can see, they succeeded. It's not the loss of the well that troubles me, though. I've had plenty of opportunities to make sure it's barren. There was a great loss, however. As in? My priceless notes were lying on the well's edge. I'm studying step traditions, you know. I've been collecting them for many years. Before me, another respectable person had been collecting them. They contain rare and valuable knowledge. Find these notes for me. So you want me to go down there and fetch them? Indeed. If I'm not mistaken, there is a secret passage by the theater that leads underground. Anything that you find on the robbers is yours. Moreover, I will reward you very generously. These notes are priceless for me. Like the 52 recipes of Twirin, or the description of the rite of heads. Alright, I'll try. I'm going to need bullets probably for that. Alright. Vlad the Younger is right to treasure his manuscript. Much of the knowledge of the step tradition that I seem to be lacking is collected in there. To get my hands on the book, I will have to gain entry into the well. Perhaps the Rat Prophet will be able to help. I'm going to need either a new gun or bullets. I'm trapped somewhere in between. I need to save some stuff for food, because I have a bad feeling I'm going to start starving soon. I'm not as well stocked with money as I was when I was playing as Bachelor. Speaking of Bachelor, though, it's time to go visit him. Looks like a fight's broken out. Allow me to help, officers. I am an expert at murdering. Well, at least I get his organs. No one said anything about the fact that I took his organs. No, I've had this mic for a bit. You've seen me a couple times with it. It's comparatively new. But you've seen me with it. You must just not have noticed. Alright. The nerd wants to talk. Ooh, I'm gonna go bother Eva. Hey, Eva.
My lacquer is cracking, see?
I wonder if she's going to jump off the cathedral in this one as well. It's possible. I don't remember exactly when she did it.
What's going on in the bloody abattoir? Why didn't I think of it before?
I actually feel like Eva jumped off the cathedral before the Inquisitor showed up, but I might be just mistaken. You have made quite an impression on the emissaries, on the emissary of the powers that be. Congratulations. Keep doing that. And soon there'll be no menacing Inquisitor in town. Only a gentle Aglaia Lilith. The bad news is she can see that too. She'll be reluctant to meet you again, I'm afraid. What do you mean? Executors have told me that she was furious to learn of your discovery. She had her reasons, and she was quite intent on destroying you when you came to her. But she was so impressed by your dignified demeanor that she's had a change of heart. What did you tell her that touched her so much? We talked about freedom, because Haruspex so deep. Alright then, I'd like to ask you for help, Barach. You are well aware that my business here is not complete yet. And now the Inquisitor has commissioned me to look for the source. She gave me a push in the right direction, as she did to you. Yet I'm stuck. I won't bother to tease. I won't tease him. Speak, Bachelor. I give you permission. I'm analyzing the soil. The results aren't great, but I found something. There may be a paradox to the tectonic bed under the settlement. I need to know what its structure is like. I've heard that the abattoirs root deeply into the ground. Tell me, do the people who live inside it know what's below? Yeah, bullying Bachelor. Just push around the poor nerd. What do you want from me? You are allowed inside, aren't you? Go ask them. Find out what's down there, and if the source of the disease is indeed below. We'll overthrow this behemoth with an armed force. The army will be here tomorrow. You're wrong, Waynon. Wherever did this theory of yours come from? Aglaia Lilith has a rather elegant theory on how it all works. It's a shame you can't talk to her, really. Well, nothing is impossible, Waynon. Okay,
My head is spinning.
that didn't actually set me up with even the quest. It kind of just, I say, gave me a tip as to where to go. Okay, so I'll just write this. And let's do some rounds to make sure that none of the Keyneses are dead, or ill. We'll take the long walk around to the abattoir. Oh. Another let. Could you not have told me this when I was with you, Bachelor? Alright, the Bachelor's choice. The military will be here tomorrow. They come to raise and demolish. Due to this, we can't avoid making the important choice, for it depends on us whether anything here may be saved. My choice has already been made. I'm going to champion the dream that is doomed to lose its battle with history. From now on, I will use whatever agency I have left to save the condemned creators and their creation, whose sentence was spelled out by evolution itself. I'm speaking of the so-styled utopians, the four Canes, the architect twins, my good Eva, and hopefully Vlad the Younger. If these people survive, I may be able to preserve one of the most fascinating miracles of this world. I don't have much hope for your assistance, but I urge you not to obstruct me. Beware my wrath if any one of my utopians dies. I'm going to fight fiercely for my doomed sovereign, Bachelor Denkovsky. Yeah, as if, oh, really, is he sick again? Georgie gets sick twice. Get out, Georgi. Or are they actually not getting better? Is it just letting me see him for a day, the monomycenium? That could be what's going on. It's just keeping him from getting worse. Or we did just get 2 in a row. of Georgi getting sick. I mean, there's no reason to say that that wouldn't happen. Alright, I got a little bit of Metarum. But at the same time, more can't hurt. It's even decent for bartering. And honestly, Metarum is more valuable to me than Alpha Tabs. Going to have to do something about this hunger, but I don't have too many options. Okay, this is a mess. Oh, good lord, this rat. Are you joking? Okay. Okay. There's like nowhere even for me to respawn stuff. Okay, let's go like this. As long as I keep walking, the likelihood of the rat biting me is pretty low. I could turn around and try to murder it. Oh, and he's crossing the bridge. Good lord. He's throwing... God damn. I hate this. Okay, whoa, here we go. We'll just go visit Kane. Maria... I suddenly have the interest in talking with you. Changed my mind. That house smelled. Outie. Watch, I start walking down these stairs and I get virtually the same scenario, if not worse. I am hurting for a bullet right now, though. A razor. Alright. Plague's gonna be a little more rough and tumble. Stroll on rat. Actually, let's see. It might be worth purchasing some food, since I might not reliably be able to loot today. Well, I guess not from here. All he's got is crackers and snacks. For the most part, I'm only visiting these people to see if they've gotten sick. But,
It's nice to see you.
well, as I said, or was about to say, they could still have something of interest. There's a dog howling constantly by my window. What does it want? Tell me, Laura, have any of the people come by who trapped a bunch of looters in the well not so long ago? How did you know? There's been a lot of talk about that well here. What did they tell you? They were arguing if the bandits could get out, but agreed they couldn't. It was only Lisa and the other Lisa, I mean the mole, that disagreed. What were they saying? I heard some kind of noise behind the theater. That particular night, screams even. They are superstitious women, though, so they agreed it was the earth crying. The earth crying? There's something there. There must be, or maybe someone. The earth has its own manner of speech. It screams with Twira. You know the expression, right? But there may be something in the chambers below the theater. Perhaps. Anything's possible. Was that just like a pro tip?
Made a panacea, so the soldiers won't hurt us?
It really does hit you over the head with, hey, there's a secret passage behind the theater. This is like the 4th time I've been told that there's a secret passage behind the theater. Which is funny. It's a little bit disappointing that they're so obvious about the theater, but I felt that having to reread through Isidore's notes was quite good with last session. Oh, please, I want... Can I not go by the gas? Nope, not an option for me. Okay. It's just, it's an unnecessary and awkward squeeze. Yeah. Surprisingly non-aggressive. The plague that was. Okay. They only barter for 2. I mean, 2 is better than 0. Pretty soon the razors are going to be just for... I'm kind of thinking about trying to get that shotgun from Andre. It's not out of the realms of possibility to get. The only question is it worth it? Especially because there is a decent chance that I'm going to get another gun not too long from now. And I kind of don't want to give up all my Twira to then suddenly, hey, here's a fresh gun. It'd almost be better if I was going around murdering people, civilians.
The most subtle wisdom.
If I've been murdering civilians, which I probably could be more aggressive with, is, you know, murder a civilian. Like, I can kill 1 civilian a day. I could probably deal with that reputation loss. Alright, so a few people to pass by. Yeah, since I don't have any bullets, I can't really kill any arsonists. Unless I, you know, in a situation like this, I can get the jump on him. Alright. Come at me. Oh, damn. I can handle that health loss. It's not too bad. I got a decent amount of stuff to help me with that. I'm not gonna bother talking to like everyone. Alright. But we will say hi to Sticky. If I recall, there's also a butcher by Stickies. Just ignore that, that's a plague. Another letter. Ah, it's probably from Changeling saying, don't fuck this up for me. Let me see. Oh, let me also fix this right here. There we go. Okay. Oh. Capella's request for the lives of her bound to be saved. Capella? Is that a typo? Oh, it ends with Vlad Olgimsky. Anyway, well. A lot has changed. We now face a different kind of peril. New actors have ascended to the scene, announcing that the time is ripe for the heroes of the preview play to bow out. And I don't want my friends to vanish into oblivion. Aglaia states that the 3 families are no longer in charge. She is wrong. Perhaps you are willing to share her delusion. The time of the kin has come. We descend back into the earth, right? However, elaborate your plans. You will need a mistress. There is more than just the kin here. There is also the town. Its civilized people can only be governed by a ruling family. Do not reject us in a hurry. Side with me today, and before long I will help you fulfill your destiny to the fullest extent. Alright.
This joint won't break. It's made of metal.
Yeah, I definitely feel like there's less side quests for Haruspex. I mean, maybe I'm just no good and I'm not bumping into them. It's possible. I don't think so, though. Definitely feels like he just has less. Okay, that's not a butcher. Okay. Okay. Food's a little bit cheap. As I recall, around when the military shows up, prices start to go down again for a bit. Or, well, just in general, I think it even stays kind of lower. Which is reasonable, being that it becomes much harder to grind for meat. Oh yes, I'm supposed to actually go to the abattoir. Well, I might as well hit up the butcher right here. That's still quite expensive. But I think this works out price-wise. Let's also... Actually, I kind of like having my health up on the screen. Trim it to save real quick. I kind of like having my health low so I can see it. Because I like seeing it tick down so that I know how bad the plague's actually getting to me. And if I need to pop some drugs. I wish your health bar would actually come up whenever there was a tick down for plague. It would just... It's not something that's needed, but it would be a... Oh, what's it called? Quality of life. It would be a quality of life improvement. Sorry, it's late, I'm full of milk, and I got punched in the head a lot of times a day. Sometimes my brain doesn't work. Okay. Well, apparently I can't go to the abattoir. I could talk to Pathologic, though. Being that Bachelor didn't really help me out. You know, Bachelor said, "Quick, hurry, come to my place." And I show up, and all Bachelor has to say is, "Dude, we should think of something." Dude, this is pretty bad. We should think of something. But I might be able to get some invitation about the soil from Pathologic. Maybe. I mean, it doesn't really seem like the right course of action, but it's the best course of action I can think of right now.
So, the lady that came here decided to look into the abattoir. Nothing good will come out of this.
It's nice to see that you're still alive. Get the smoke pour. Can't argue with that. Okay. Feeling a little bit aimless. I mean, I got stuff to do. Vaguely. I think... I kind of get the feeling that I'm waiting on a letter right now. Other than, of course, getting into the well, but I'm going to need some bullets for that. And, I kind of am under the impression that I'm going to need many more bullets than I have. slightly worried in this regard, but, well, we'll see. Maybe I'll go down into the well and people will be scattered enough, or maybe even the rat prophet will just do it for me. Oh, I'm 1 water short. Dag. I think I even have an empty bottle, too, to fill. Okay, I haven't gone by Andri. I'm just trying to think of how to optimize this. I might go and do some purchases with all the organs I got. And then maybe I'll take inventory of how much Twira I have. I should have a good deal. And maybe I can get that shotgun. On that note, it would be worth getting more shells. Let's go ahead and check in.
It's better not to ask. Silence is golden.
I trace your step with my hands, Oinan. Where does the power of the copious tagglers come from? They know the lines, duh. Well, aren't I a big dork? It's clear as day, isn't it? They know how to open up and turn around the cryptic lines of a body, a word, the sky, the earth, and even water. That's how it was used to be, anyway. It's not what I'm talking about. How come the power this knowledge grants to its bearers so great? Why is that a surprise? How can the foreman rule without troops? Why does the kin yield to him? How do the leaders of the ruling families accept it? It's the power of standing. Each party has their own domain. The power of the tagglers arose naturally to fill the corners of reality that the rulers would never understand. You people only offered the rulers the leftovers of that power. The Ogimskis haven't been holding the kin in their grasp for all that long, you know. The Odono are stronger. Why the unrest in the termitary, then? It's not always smooth. Sometimes foremen would get too old. Sometimes the kin would rise in response to Suik's fever. Sometimes they couldn't find a common tongue with the commandants of the termitary. Sometimes mistresses would turn their gaze towards the kin, but generally the kin is compliant. So the Baroch standing is still high, isn't it? The power of the copious tagglers is great. Never forget that, Oinan. The ruling families get diplomacy, polyhedrons, politics, and intrigue. We get the earth, the primal power, the cycles, and the bulky movement of life. The eternal battle for the harvest, the annual birth, the heat and the meat. Eat meat for massive heat, boys. Keep that in mind. I need to visit Big Vlad and Capella, actually. They seem to have slipped my mind. I can visit them on the way to visiting Andri, though. And it'll all sort of work out. Okay.
I think they've fallen out of love with me.
All right. So let's go fastest way. Not really a fastest way. All ways to this camp equally suck. I just hope that my dead dad doesn't whisper anything in my ear while I travel. I'll probably get plenty of ghost cows, though. Speak of the devil, and he will moo. Alright. Oh, whoops. Just a misclick right there. Give me the herb worm. You never got the good stuff, do ya? Well, I mean, the good stuff is swevery. But let's get what we can. Oh, is it due to my pockets being overfull? Let me cancel this. I guess it is. Did I accidentally? No. Okay. Time for some power clicking, boys. I'm just covered in organs. Why can't I get more of this? Oh no, they only have 5. Just a smudgy number looked like an 8 to me. Okay, 18 left. Excellent. Alright. I think we're buying a shotgun from Andrew. Let's hope he hasn't changed his price. I might even bring extra herb to get revolver bullets and shells if he's got them. $8.95 or $18.95. So 27. I have 32. Okay. I think this is a reasonable exchange, especially because I got most of those organs, I think, in one looting trip. So I think we're good. A little bit sad to be getting rid of this much herb because of some of the discoveries I've made, and being that I think I can make antibiotics. I need to experiment with it, but go ahead and do an incremented save. Okay, so 32. So that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Got any other ones I'm kind of overstocked on? Don't want to get rid of that swevery at all. 25. 25. Okay, so we'll bring them all down to, say, 15. We're at 40. It's 43. 53. Also, White Whip. Okay, and that should still be way plenty of Twira to do any brewing with, I think. So yeah, hopefully that's plenty. Up this way, or no, I want to pass by the lump actually. So we'll go through the warehouses. Through the warehouses, past the lump, sort of past the town hall, or no. Cross at the lump. Kind of hoping that plague doesn't get crazy out of hand on me today. This is pretty good protection. Better than I'm used to. I've had more opportunity to heal from infection, or repair my clothes, is what I mean to say. Brain just not working right. As I said, getting punched in the head a few too many times. I never got a chance. Yeah, I never filled that one bottle. Or I probably got a chance, I just didn't think about it. Because I'm a dork. I thought that might have been something. Yo, you, kid. I don't think I have much to trade with you. I'm going to hold on to some of that stuff for antibiotics. I don't think I have anything to trade for you. Ooh, a little bit. Get a shell. I mean, honestly, if you have a steady hand, the revolver ends up being just as good as the shotgun, except for, like, multiple person penetration. Well, I don't know if the shotgun actually delivers that. As far as I know, only the rifle does that. I actually didn't. I coincidentally just had the plague, you know, my current amount of plague agged up on me. I don't think that I actually caught any plague from that. I'm a little bit dizzy here.
It's hard for us to believe in things that lie outside of our scope.
You have come. I always knew you were my friend, Artemy. You are my friend, aren't you? Listen close then. You know that I am not simply a ruler's daughter. I carry the heavy burden of the sacred power, a burden that is akin to the one that you are seeking to take. I am a princess and the children's priestess. All right. Yeah, I know. I want to solemnly ask you for assistance. I beg you to help me with a cause that's not only good, but also crucial for the whole town. Save a few children's lives. Are they in danger? Yes. The terrible Clara wants to get personal gain at the cost of the children's magnanimity. Ooh. See if I can say this today. Magnanimity. Magnanimity. Oh, I cannot say that right now. I'm too well educated. And their lives. And I cannot do anything. She breeds ill blood between us. I'll do anything for you to help if you help me save them. Okay, magnanimous. Magnanimity. Whew. That is a real mouthful. Why these particular kids? They're special. Both me and Clara care for the same qualities of theirs, only from different angles. It is what we need, what is useful to us, if you will. Independence, importance, standing. It's just that I care for their personalities, and she needs something else. She wants to sacrifice them for something. You want me to look after them? Yes, help them, Artemy, and I will repay you. I am begging you now as a child, but you will have the gratitude of a mistress. The change is bound to happen very, very soon. You know that the future is an open book to me. Help me attain power, and I will help you keep yours. I don't need power. I'm too busy being deep. But you need to win, or don't you? Ooh, breaking the fourth wall here. She's activating my gamer sense. Don't you feel obligated, clenched, trapped by fate? Oh, you do need to win, else you will never become yourself. Let us help each other. Let us be noble and generous. All right, let's say we have a deal. That still hasn't opened up the main quest. Killing me, game.
Why are my children like this?
Let's do a save. It's been a bit. All right, we'll cross the bridge over here. Can I cut through this here? I don't think so. Let's check. Oh, there's the... I turned over water cart here, so let's go ahead and get that anyway. Yeah, I thought so. That's blocked off. You have to squeeze by the gas in the middle of the road right here. Can I squeeze through here? Yeah, that's safe. All right. I don't want to take the road. I feel like the road is a setup. The road along the river. Dried fish. No, I'm good though. I'm not great on money. I could be better, but I'm okay. Not as good as I was with Bachelor. No, I don't want to start a fight with that guy. May as well. Hey, Anna, what's up?
I don't want to undress. What if there's something scary on my skin?
Well, I guess he's... Oh, shit. Is Andrew sick? Oh, I can't even carry your organs. I'm like over full, aren't I? Oh, no, I can. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Nice. It's like, of course, I want to go barter with Andrew and then he gets sick. Okay. Well, at least I don't really have too much of a place to be right now. Like, the only place to be is with Andrew. It's 3 p.m. I don't like this. Yeah, I looked at the screen. Well, we'll use that. We're gonna make some Tuira then. And I'm gonna see if I can make an antibiotic. I think I'm considering using the one panacea I have, since... I mean, hopefully I don't have to use it somewhere else. Wait, is this area plagued? I didn't think it was, you know. Just as a slow transition, I guess. But yeah, since apparently... Oh, I had to give the monomycenium to Georgi. Okay. That's why. Oh, well, okay. Let's see about just purchasing something. Or, okay, wait, no. I'm getting ahead of myself. Because I'm actually heading back to deal with my own plague. And we'll look into buying some monomycenium. I thought the monomycenium was the blue one, but that's Neo. I just mixed it up in my head. I was thinking, because I thought I had a lemon. I was like, that might be worth eating right now. I think I'm going to put away my other black vaccine, because it's kind of rubbish, I'll be honest. Max immunity is not that useful. I mean, maybe it's more useful than I'm giving it credit for, but I think I'll only pick it up if I plan to go raiding. And I don't know, is my drug pocket's a little bit full. I should be fine, actually, though. Okay. So, quick. Let's actually save. In case I accidentally waste a bunch of time. I think I meant that one. Okay, so, quick. Isidore had a list of some recipes that may be quite good. See, these ones, I don't think it says anything about what they do. I have a feeling that these will come up later. These, like, named Amber and Tar ones. So this is taking a bunch of Swevery. I mean, granted, that's really powerful. It's 3 Swevery, though. I'll try this. Brown, black, Swevery. So I should already have some brown and black. I need 1 Swevery. Okay, we're going to try this out. See if I am correct. So. But that doesn't seem right. Usually it's 4 things. Did I miss something? Brown, black, Swevery. No, that seems to be all the same. Oh, wait. Dead tissue was mixed with the solutions amber, jade, and basalt. That's, I think, exactly what I'm trying to do right now. So brown, black, and Swevery. Brown, black, Swevery. That is not what he said it would be. But we can still potentially see if my theory is correct. Okay. Now we mix that with an infected organ. Heart is the most effective. And I'm hoping when I click mix, we're going to get an antibiotic. Dead gruel. I think so. Antibiotic. There we go, boys. We got a way of making antibiotics. I'm quite happy about that. If I had realized that sooner... But I must have glossed it over a little bit when I was first reading the notes. I would have been holding on to the antibiotics a little bit more. Okay, so let's try this out. That's about as good as using the monomycenium. I'm going to assume I can't use that, that I can't give it to people who are infected. Maybe I could. And there's like a it has to recover X amount as a threshold. But cool. I can run my own pharmacy now. That means that any antibiotics and immunity boosters but yeah, it's pure profit for me. I'll hold out for bandages. I'm not so desperate for health that I'll just take whatever I can get. But we need to stop by a pharmacy or two. It's apparel. I know that there's a pharmacy right by the bar. Would be nice if I could pass by more than one, but, well, can't necessarily choose all the time. I don't feel like dealing with that guy. Hopefully this pharmacy has what I would need. Oh, I should have grabbed the... I'm a dork. And they don't. I'm gonna reload. Because I meant to get the what's it called? The panacea. But I can try and mess with the recipe. Swevery is supposed to always boost the effect. And he kind of mentioned in his notes, and that could be the difference. I think I actually have a pretty good recipe that did very little. Go ahead and grab that right away. Very little damage, by the way, I mean. A lot of 32 to 3-ish. 56.9, 64.3. Two black, one brown, Swevery. That sounds good. Oh, let me also grab the infected heart while I'm at it, if I haven't already. One brown, two black, Swevery. I'm actually a little bit tight on brown. Oh, I must have traded some to Andre. Did I do it wrong? Did I do it reverse? Or are some of these just inaccurate? Oh, it's two black, one brown. Wait, no, that's what I did. Are these just inaccurate sometimes? Or maybe there's a little bit of RNG involved? I think I'll go back and do what I did before and make the basalt. If I want to be crazy, I can actually put two Swevery in it. I don't think it's worth it, though. Check what basalt needed. I think, was it 3? No, 4. Brown, black, Swevery. Alright. Brown, black, Swevery. Boost immunity 0. Okay, yeah, so there is some RNG involved. Let's see what even happens with this then. Infection 100%? Well, there's some RNG with that too. Wow. Let's actually heal first. Okay, that wasn't 100%. I think that there was an underflow. I think that the 0 caused an underflow. Because that was not 100%. I was a little bit suspicious, but maybe I was like, maybe the RNG god smiled upon me. Obviously not. They're having a laugh. A little bit frustrating that there's RNG with this. I don't like that. Oh, wait. Oh, I know. It's because I put in Bloody Tour, not... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, and that's what I got before. Okay, there's not RNG. I think some of the recipes are inaccurate. I just was a dumb and put in the wrong thing. It's actually... I'm gonna hang out and hold on to the amount of infection I have for a little bit, actually. I'm gonna let it build up a little bit and before I cure it. We're gonna do a little bit of testing here. Well, spoilers, this pharmacy does not have what I want. So let's pass by another one. Yeah, this is a very weird day. Very, I'm not sure what I'm doing day. I mean, I have a goal right now. Granted, this goal is really making me chase my own tail. But I have a goal. I'm actually surprised that, I mean, it's just clocked over to 4 p.m. And we still have not gotten the main quest. Though, it's very possible that this one's going to sneak up on me, you know, around, say, 8 p.m. And I'm going to have to rush to it. I had that maybe 2 or even 3 times as Bachelor, so... Yo, kid, hook me up. You got pills? You do. Perfect. Okay, well that works out. Okay, I can hold on to the panacea then, and then hopefully I can stockpile some at some point. Jeez, everything at me at once. Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, stroll on with that. But I'm gonna let my infection build up a little bit more before I take the drugs. Immunity quite low from that. So I'm wondering, I'm guessing then I can only get the quality basalt mixture if I then use an additional swevery. Because it sounds like that is the standard mixture. And there was a note saying that swevery can improve the... Jeez. I like that I can at least collect organs. Oh, a letter. I'll check that in a moment here. Maybe this is finally the letter that will actually start the main quest. Panacea. I'll give them the monomycene. Alright. Hey, Andrew.
I've had my share of dancing. The curtain falls.
Alright. It's milk pour time, boys. Then we go shopping for shotguns. Alright. Let's start pouring this all out. Also, hey Bree. Get some clicking ASMR right here. Okay. Shotgun. Oh, and each of these go for 1 each? Perfect amount. Okay. Well, now we're ready, boys, to go looting. Let's go ahead and do a save. Alright. Let's go to the theater. Oh yes, I have to read the letter. Yorgi. Well, I'm glad I gave him meds. Alright. Dear Master Baruch, I assume you already know of the fatal transformation that has happened to the family of Vlad Olgimsky, your father's friend and benefactor. A cutting intrigue has led the head of the Olgimsky family to be judged by a crowd of bloodthirsty butchers. Before long, every one of them will tremble at the sound of the Boris Vlad's name. I kindly request that you find a moment to visit the Crucible. I'm in possession of some crucially important information that may perhaps save the life of the man whose hospitality you've recently enjoyed. Georgi Kane. Alright. Hopefully, I'm not going to just end up chasing my tail again. That is now the third letter I've gotten today of someone saying, hey, come visit me, and then they don't tell me anything I need. Well, they give me useful information, but I think we might visit the well first, though. So, well, the well behind the theater. Mean that I'm quite loaded up on munitions. Almost guaranteed we're gonna want to go looting today. Find a good looted district. Jeez, all this stuff coming at me. Okay. Really aggressive around here right now. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the shotgun ready. Okay, so there might be people just as soon as I enter. Let's move in on them. Well, the prophet's not here. Okay. Okay. I can do this with a knife. Dag. Not a great start. But if it's all going to be these thieves, I can do this with a knife. So we are looking for Vlad's notes. Ooh, quite the haul from him. Okay, let's keep going. I'm not quite used to the frames on the scalpel. It's been a while since I've used it. Quiet, Dad. I'm Haruspex now. Make my own decisions. Okay. We have not made progress. This maze seems to be harder to do in reverse than it was before. Okay, back up. Well, look at that. I just got a revolver. That's an interesting drop. That's some decent money. I think I'm on the right road. Notes. Okay. 6 p.m. Alright, I found it. An interesting anthology, particularly impressive for having been written by hand. However, it is filled with nothing but dead legends, fables, and tales of ridiculous rituals. This is hardly more than a thin layer of foam on the surface of the steppes' fathomless wisdom. Saying that the book sucks. Dude, you got the Cliff Notes version. Okay, and all I gotta do is find the way back out. Which actually took a slower path, I believe. Because I want to go this way. Quiet, Dad. I don't want to hear it from you. Yeah, no, I've disoriented myself. entrance. Let me double check that I can't go through there. I highly doubt it. Okay, yeah, no way. Just didn't want to be wrong, you know? Okay, I should be through here, I believe. Oh, I don't remember taking such a dark passage. I really have turned myself around, haven't I? Okay, that's a dead end, I'm pretty sure. I think I want to go this way. Good thing I left a trail of dead bodies. I think I'm about there. Here we are. We can scarper. Alright. Let me get a revolver equipped. Because that will be more useful than just walking about. Exactly what I was hoping for. Hey, friend. Die already. This is Plague District. Okay. I gotta make my way to Georgi. Did I catch that? It's a bit odd. Is he coming for me? No, I didn't think so. Actually, get this guy. Another one. Ah. Surviving the backstab. Get out. What knife? I'm gonna have to sell some of this stuff, which is good. I'm gonna want the money for food purchases soon. Because, if I recall correctly, the military arrives tomorrow. Rat. very violent today. Fine by me. Oh, getting hung up on a thing. Okay. Need to deal with this guy before I start looting those bodies. All right. Whew. Bit crazy right now. But good for me. I mean, I got enough stuff to actually... Okay. Everyone? Yeah. To buy some food. And all with incidental encounters. Two more shots. Let's go ahead and see if we can purchase some food. All right, Georgi. What have you got to say to me?
I'm deadly tired.
It is fortunate that you came to me, my good Master Barach. There is a matter of great importance for us to discuss. It has something to do with a man who is known to be very involved with you. The man to have spoken in your defense when everyone else turned their backs on you. I am speaking of Vlad Ogimsky, or, specifically, the most lamentable fate that awaits him. What happened to him? The ruthless investigator that she is, Aglaya Lilich, has ordered the opening of the termitary that was previously locked down by the Ogimskys. Doing so, she has uncovered a few pieces of most valuable evidence. Having interrogated Vlad the Heavy, she received his full, sincere avowal of guilt, and yet... Yes, what is it? In truth, the catastrophic act that killed thousands of people was not a product of rational planning, but rather that of hesitancy and reluctance. That's the reason why they were trying to hide the outbreak. Hesitancy and reluctance are quite common in younger people. Younger people? Precisely. It is Vlad the Younger, and not his father, whom we should hold responsible for this terrifying crime. Vlad the Younger gave the order at his own risk, and then kept it a secret from his father. It was already too late when my noble ally and opponent learned of these developments, and so he took the blame for his son. So what can I do? Report this to the governor, or even his wife, since I heard some bad blood between you and Alexander. If you won't, I have good reason to believe that the Inquisitor will order Vlad the Heavy's execution. Why can't you tell the governor or his wife yourself? Because they trust the Canes even less than they trust the Barachs. Especially now that Katerina feels what kind of powerful emotions you have stirred in the steely Inquisitor. You left a strong impression on her yesterday. Maria feels it too. Really? Indeed. So, will you help your benefactor? Or shall we say your partner in misfortune? Yes, I'll deal with it. That is another job. Jeez. All right. The real cause of the kin's terrifying demise has been unveiled. Georgi has asked me to inform the governor of these unfortunate events, though I'd rather not walk right into the wolf's open maw, even if the teeth have been removed. Instead, I will talk to the wolf's wife. Let's hit up the cathedral. Speak to you. Okay, does that only give me a day? Gotcha. It doesn't actually cure them. So I have to get enough panacea to cure everyone. Got it.
Why are they playing me up?
Listen, I'm going to share my plans and goals with you now. Strange though it may seem. It just so happens that you, a person of a completely different background, somehow understand me better than anyone else. That is worthy of my sincerity. Speak. Of all the goals I may have, saving this town is the most crucial one. I'll be honest with you, I do not love it. I do suspect this hopeless mission is my last chance. Yet my choices have nothing to do with self-preservation. They're about integrity and ambition. I understand. The source of the disease will be found, and it will be destroyed. It's a matter of time. And it will only take a few days. The sick can be cured with your panacea. The plan is all around great. But there's a huge hole in it. The panacea is scarce. Its main ingredient is a relic. A fossil, almost. There are fewer Oryxes left in the world than Leviathans, as far as I can tell. Is that so? They say an Auroch was brought from the steppe the day before yesterday to be sacrificed. Supposed to deliver us from the plague. I don't know, say it was the last one. That is so. Still, I'm confused. I've been told that only a true warden can handle an Auroch. Is this the reason why old Gimski manages the kin personally, but requires a middleman in any matter that has to do with the abattoir? As my father used to say the same thing. The foreman oversees the rituals and performs the rite from time to time, cutting a bowl in a way that has been the true way since the creation of the world, for the perpetuation of the world. That cosmic bowl is an Auroch. Contains every element, every line, every tongue, every connection, everything. Have I been informed correctly? Yeah, sounds about right. But the rite didn't work out. The kin is disappointed and unhappy with the foreman. This means he did something wrong. The kin had been locked up in the termitary, so I assumed there were a few witnesses. It could be that the foreman was unable to handle the Auroch. Perhaps there was no matashiation at all. Where did the blood come from, then? That's exactly what's bugging me. The rite was performed the day before yesterday. So many hours must have passed since then. But you were given steaming blood. It was full of oxygen. It was alive. As if it had just been extracted from a living body. That is true. Ask the foreman where the blood came from. I think the abattoir hides many secrets, and you are the only person that can get into its depths. The further we go, the more convinced I become that we're on the right path. Even in our enlightened times, we're to be saved by the legends of ancient herdsmen. Right, I'll follow your bold advice. Good luck to you, Artemi Barach. Beware the foreman. He's afraid of you. But he is the kind of man whose fear is more dangerous than his calm. And what if the abattoir is closed? Then get in there through the termitary. I talked to this girl, Taya Taichik, yesterday. Her power is incredible. She even made me doubt if I can make her obey my will. She knows how to open the abattoir. Wait for me. I'll be back. Alright, so I had to go against everyone's advice and visit the Inquisitor. The sacrifice was a failure, or could it be that the ritual never even took place? But, if that's the case, whose blood was it? Why was it piping hot as if extracted only a moment earlier? This has to be investigated. The way to the abattoir passes through the termitary. Alright. So I have to turn in a notebook, and I have to go visit Katerina. Not too bad. So I'll keep this panacea on hand. Someone's going to have to take it. You there, boy on the street. What day is this? Let me check my infection level. It's probably about time to take my drugs. My homemade drugs. Alright. That heal might have been a waste that I just did. Possibly. Oh, God. Okay, actually. So I got time to set up. Oh, serious? Okay, there's one. I can't pick up the knife. I need to sell this other stuff. I don't think I'll get to him in time to actually kill him. Oh. Well, because they got hung up, it sort of worked out. $7 for that? $10. Is there something worth dropping? Oh yeah, I can drop the lockpick. The knife will sell better. Is there a nearby? Yeah. Anything cool? Not really. I've spent a lot of this day kind of a lot of chasing my own tail. I found out that mono and neomycenium don't actually cure them. It just gives you a day's pass. I've started making my own antibiotics. So things have happened, but not anything particularly. I raided the well. Broad. Okay, so I got sell this revolver, sell this knife, sell this knife. Sell one lockpick. I think that's everything I need to sell. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Well, because here's the thing. I wasn't sure about that for the same reason that when you give them schmouters, they're like, oh, this is going to ruin them for life. And it's like, well, does that mean anything? Or are you just saying words? So that's why I was kind of like, I don't know. I think that's everything I want to sell, though. Might as well buy a bread while I'm here. Let me check real quick. Now we're looking pretty good. All right. Yeah, just save one of this. A little bit disoriented. Okay. So let's go turn in the book to Vlad the Younger before I get him executed. Oh, I got an extra itch in my throat right now. Give me a moment. Oh. Just can't shake the cough. It's killing me. Okay. What is he going to reward me with?
Have you heard? The military arrives tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta stock up on foods and stuff. Is this what you've been looking for? Is that all you found? I found the bastards too. I barely escaped with a whole skin. I promised to reward the risk you took. I keep my word. Very well. Yeah. 4K. So, Glad the younger has managed to reach beneath the ground as well. Is he trying to emulate what I'm doing? He's found life down below just like I have. Some creature dwells within these subterranean capillaries. Alien entities thrive in the generous blood flow. The ancient wisdom of the kin was concealed there, locked away until the moment I unearthed it. I'm almost amused by the coincidence. So we're running out of time. I'm a little bit worried, so a little bit frustrated by this, because the first thing in the morning is you get a letter from Bachelor that says don't visit the Inquisitor. So I was like, okay, she's probably not even going to be in the cathedral if I visit, was my thought. Because that's usually when they say you can't speak to this person, stay away from them. The result usually is the door is locked or they're just not there. It turns out the Inquisitor is the one who had the main quest, so... And I had to do a whole bunch of jumping around because Andrew is sick. I wanted to get a shotgun from him. Excellent. A little bit disappointed by the loot on him. Yes, cross by the lump. Yeah, listen, I guess so. I guess shame on me for actually listening to the other protagonists. I didn't think of that. You know, they keep telling me to turn my PlayStation off. I keep doing it, but I keep not making progress. I feel like the... Speak of the devil. I was about to say, I feel like the plague has been, rather kind to me today. Really out on the bridge. Okay. Reload. Reload this, living pain I'm in. Like, yeah, we're past 9. Little bit worried that I'm going to come up short in time. Yeah, well, what was I supposed to do about that? Let's see, do I have a bunch of stuff? 10 for that. Or I'll just get the veg. I should probably actually pass through that. Just the mess that everything is right now. Walked right into that too. Still got 2 more bullets for my revolver. I got a bunch for the shotgun. I actually might be clear for the rest of the game. Well, how many shotgun? 12? Possibly. Depends on how much rating I do. Jumping around the corner. Cool. Cool. It's like the plague suddenly decided I had gotten it too easy. And now it's just going nuts on me. Oh, I actually want to do that. Especially because I have the slight suspicion that something could go wrong today. I need to make sure that Big Vlad doesn't die. Because he is the bull. I want his blood. I have a feeling this day is borked, though. I have the bad feeling that I borked this day. I was actually looking forward to looting today. Getting a bunch of stuff and stocking up on food before the military arrives, but it's not going to be an option.
What?
Get some milk for that. Okay. I can smell it. The damp smell of blood. Georgi asked me to deliver a message to the governor. Ogimsky, the senior, has nothing to do with the termitary. It was his son's doing. My husband is no longer in charge of anything. It's up to the kin. They'll judge whichever Ogimsky comes. The Mother Superior will just say a teensy tiny word, and there'll be no escape. Why isn't he in charge? He is a nobody now, short-lived ruler. It's because we got this wench instead now. I won't say anything else, though. You're also getting too close to her for your own good. All right. Let's get back to business. So it's up to the kin? Well, they want a person, an expiatory sacrifice, father or son. They don't care. They couldn't tell anyway. Family is a single body for them. You can cut a thief's right hand off or the left one. It's all the same. Not for Georgi, though. You can't see his scheme. It's political. How is it political? Men come and go. The family stays. What matters is who rules it. Georgi is leaving. So he's setting the table for his heirs. The terrible Maria and Khan. He doesn't need a young, clever, vigorous Olgimsky ruler. Is Big Vlad easier to handle? He is old. He will die soon. And he's compromised by the termitary deal anyway. It's a fine scheme. A blow that will hit everyone. My husband, too. It was he who sent you. It's him he's planning to hold responsible later. Ah, Georgi. It's a scheme that would befit Simon. Well, what should I do? Leave us alone. I've seen through his game straight away. Go to the mother. Let the kin devour whoever they want. It's all over anyway. Over. Let everyone choose how they die, at least. All right, farewell, Katerina. Luckily, I was already on my way to her. So Vlad the Heavy surrendered himself to Taishik's daughter. It's clear enough that he isn't the real culprit. I only have to decide if I should tell her the truth. I wonder how that story ends. We have to keep the bull alive. We're saving the bull this time. Alright, get through here. Did I just get this? No, okay, we're on the right track. Hello. No, it's no faster. I mean, it could be, but if so, not by any stretch that's probably worth bothering for. Oh, God. Hey, friend. Just give me your organs and we're outie. Okay, so I got one more bullet for my revolver. Let's do a incremented save right here. Hopefully the Mother Superior is not going to send me running around town. Otherwise I might be failing the main quest today. And I'll probably have to eat it. Which might end up meaning no good end, unless if I can get my bloody hands on some additional panacea. Worm, calm the fuck down, dude. Guy's flipping his shit. Alright, I got a whole bunch of business with you.
What?
Alright. Okay. We'll start with the side quest first, because the side quest probably isn't going to screw me. Okay. Did you bring to books the person responsible for locking you up in here? Yes, you're slick. Mother, what kind of punishment is in store for that person? The terrible kind. I'll let the worms and butchers have their way with them. They'll take that person upstairs to a small room on the upper floor. Even I'm not allowed into that room. Then they'll draw straws, deciding who goes in and who stays out to hold guard. Some of them will join the culprit in the small room, only to emerge after a while, go to sleep for 3 days. Neither the prisoner nor his remains will be found inside. Will they devour him or something? I'm telling you, I'm not allowed into that room. Do you know for sure who the culprit is? I don't. Not for sure, anyway. But I think it's Fat Vlad. Do you want to know for sure? Of course I do. It's Vlad the Younger. Sounds legit. You're very slick, Oinen. No, I'm an honest person. This doesn't have a marker to say that's over. Curious. Yes, let Vlad the Younger die. Whoever makes a decision will be held responsible for it.
Changeling has a haughty attitude. She knows something.
Mother, I need to get into the abattoir. They say you can reveal a way in. Well, they are right. Do it then. I'll reveal the gate for you if you reveal something to me as well. Fair barter? Deal? Deal. That Clara is very sly. She started to tell me a story about a crystal flower. Very engaging. But she didn't finish. She wants to elicit something from me in exchange for the ending. What does she want? Something. You should hear her tell stories too. I'm completely at her mercy now, and I feel like I'll have to do whatever she tells me to. I don't get it at all, and I think I'll end up giving up my life for her. What? Don't cry. Yes. Either that, or she'll demand that something shouldn't be given away. She'll come here soon. She'll get back to her riddles. What can I do to stand up to her? Perhaps Capella could help? Then again, maybe not. So what do you want me to reveal to you? Reveal the ending of Clara's story to me. Remember, it's a story about an icy prince and a crystal flower. How does it end? I need to know. Then she can come here all she wants. I'd be ready, knowing everything. And she wouldn't be able to force me. I'll get unhooked. This is very curious. Okay. Tajik's daughter's not a fretful child. She seems confused, as though Changeling has bewitched her with whatever sorceress power she's possessed of. The fairy tale holds something of importance. The girl is keen to hear it all. A childish kind of magic, regardless of its efficiency. I need to talk with Clara, and with Capella. So I don't actually know where Clara is, which isn't good. Especially when I'm tight on time. It's already 10. Yeah, it's past 10. Oh. Sorry, that one snuck up on me. Yikes. Yeah, unless this finishes with Capella. I don't have enough time for this. So this actually might bork a good ending. Because someone's probably going to get sick. And unless I get some sort of clamor from the audience to just redo the day, which redoing the day means Monday. I'll just keep pressing on. I mean, there's still the chance that I could be successful. But I'm going to require additional panacea. Well, I'll keep going, and I'll think about it. You know, I'll take some time, and when Monday comes, I'll decide. I mean, we do, as far as trying to get good end, we still will have Clara. Because we do got one more campaign to still get through. So it's not the biggest penalty in the world. At the same time, if I don't get good ending for this one, I will be sort of flying without a parachute. Just respawn that cloud. Because I highly doubt that the job ends with Capella. Yeah, well, that's kind of what I have in mind. I mean, not that I can't just reload a save to get a better ending. Or to get different endings, is what I mean. Because I can just stand outside the cathedral, save, and then from there, basically I can just look at all the endings, from what I understand.
What?
Do you know where Clara could be at the moment? She's been hanging around Notkin lately. Had a bite, but went away empty-handed, I think. She's showing teeth now. Long, sharp, fine curved fangs, those are. She might be at Murky's. She's been asking a riddle all about her. Thank you, Victoria. That's right. Murky complained about getting bothered by, yeah. Getting bothered by, Clara. This will actually lock me. Well, the bell's gonna ring any moment now, and... Or I got one more bell ring? Yeah. Oh, no. You think I'm up on Pokemon stuff? Pokemon is, like, really far off my radar at this point. Actually, this has no bullets, does it? Yeah, but I've recently, so that I can actually use my Twitter a little bit more, I decided to go through a sort of mute culling of quite a few people. So... I don't know, is it like that exceptionally interesting that it would actually catch my eye? Because, I mean, I did see, I think, a promoted thing, probably even by Nintendo, just saying that there is a new Pokemon, which I wouldn't have even known that there was a new Pokemon. It's just crazy off my radar anymore. Like, my levels of apathy are off the charts. I mean, take it from my perspective, the last Pokemon I played was actually, like, Gold Silver.
Impossible, 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 they say. But what if it can be done?
Oh. Alright, let me do this. Solna Halves have told me a funny story. About crystal flowers or something? How do they even know that tale? No idea. The ending is really funny, though. There's nothing funny about it. It's scary, actually. Couldn't have made them laugh. They were totally hysterical, especially when it got to the prince. They couldn't have laughed. What made them laugh? The prince getting desperate and thinking that a flower like this would never grow in his garden again? Or maybe the living flowers dying because the crystal one took everything from them. The water, the air, and even the light. Is that a bit? No, let's see if I can... No, another one. Was it the gardener coming with the scissors, the prince making it so that he'd cut the living flowers instead of the crystal one? That the terrible flower sowing out the seeds, giving birth to a whole new garden 100 times more beautiful than the previous one, but having no real flowers. There was something else. That's the end. There couldn't have been anything else. They're lying. Maybe. And you know your tales, huh? I can return to Taichi's daughter. I won't have enough time. Conclude the fairy tale. I don't know what her reaction will be. Maybe Clara made fools of us all. Okay, run, run, run. Oldest trick in the book. Yeah, but that's why on day 12 she's gonna be begging me to save her bound. Oh, if only I'm so close to actually getting it too. Finishing out this, or you know, I probably would have to speak to Taichi. She would give me permission, and then I'd have to go into the abattoir and then do a thing, and that would probably take an hour of walking. How did you know the emerald was fake? Oh my god. This might be a decent thing. Maybe I'll play again offline. I do basically all the same stuff. That might be a decent balance of me not just redoing, because part of me doing this is me actually reading the dialogue, and I don't want to go through and reread the day's dialogue twice. So that might be a decent compromise. Because I don't want to redo days. But for getting best ending purposes, it might be something worth doing. I'll just take, you know, well, probably less than 2 hours. And just charge through, redo this day, optimize it. Probably give Panacea to, Andri. Because right now both Georgi and Andri are sick. So, I already need 2 Panacea. Though I am curious to see if I can make another Panacea. I might experiment with that offline. There's a specific one I want to try. I believe it was like jade was the mixture that gives 100% jade. I assume not just jade, but jade with two swivery gives 100% immunity.
The night has come. The most pressing endeavors of the day were fulfilled at the expense of several lives of your bound. The mime performance at the theater will feature today's events.
All right. So let's go just to the think if I want. I'll just read this now. The foreman claims that the earth is nourished by blood. Could it be that this Ura of your father wrote of? There are miraculous creatures all around us, I think. Some of them so great we cannot even feel their presence. Can we possibly recognize them? A man would only accept something that he is prepared to acknowledge as a fact. Nevertheless, the town is alive. It has a head, a heart, and a belly. There are veins running through its massive body. The town has its own memory. It breathes, it thinks, and it feels fear. Who knows? Perhaps the town can even feel love. A world in which towns have a heartbeat is the world I want to live in. I want to feel the earth tossing and turning beneath my feet. That is a very interesting thing for the Inquisitor to send me. So we'll go to the theater, and we'll listen to the mime performance. And I think offline, I will... By the way, this place is both plagued and looted at the same time right now. If I go in and out of a building, I'll... Oh. And the military's here. Oh. Cinematic for the military rolling in. But yeah, I'm going to redo this offline. I think that's the best option. Ninjas. The bull. Okay. Yeah, so down through there. Yeah. Once again, being that the real point of this stream is for me to do the sort of reading of dialogue. Not, redoing this level would be a bit silly. Or the day. Like, I'm not against, you know, just doing it in concept. But I probably wouldn't reread everything. So. Why are you burning me? Why does he do that sometimes? Why'd you do that? Oh, okay. That might have been actually him trying to burn the rat. Because I know that they definitely do that, is they try and burn rats, and if you're being pursued by a rat, they will sometimes burn you. I'm gonna say, we're not gonna see the mime performance. Watch this guy burn me. And of course there's a guy right here. Why wouldn't there be? Oh, dear. Not that I needed to loot him, but a bit of reflex.
Do you see now how many mysteries the Earth holds? The more terrifying the mystery, the deeper it lies, and the fewer wells can reach them.
The bowels of the abattoir were turned inside out. There are beasts there.
It's filled with roots and dirt. The underground doors opens easily, but you can only go through if there's a grave behind it. Hopefully you catch my drift?
There's nothing to lose anyway. The soldiers will be here tomorrow. Let's risk it.
You're free to go anywhere. To the right, to the left, upwards, and even downwards a bit. You're
And always
welcome to
twirling
it.
towards
There are
victory.
no tricks.
Who cares? It's all the same in the end.
All right. So I'll do an incremented save right here, just in case I decide to not, pick up on that and fixed my incompetence. Let me pop this up here. Accidentally maximize that. But yeah, that's today. Yeah, I keep thinking, just because I brought up the subject of the theme of this sort of late stream, trying to think of another good game to play after this. Deadly Premonition is kind of a good idea, but I don't know how much of it is actually reading. I mean, of course, it's still a really good chill game to play. And maybe I'll still do it, even if the reading isn't that much, and I just capitalize on it when I do. That's probably just as well. I'll need to, because I don't enough, keep my eyes open for something that is going to be potentially better than Deadly Premonition. I think Deadly Premonition is number one, though, on the list of things to do after. Because I think finishing this game is going to sneak up on me. I definitely think. Yeah. Yeah, because most of it is all VA, to my recollection. I mean, I guess it could still be ASMR. ASMR, we go fishing. Even though, if I remember, the fishing runs like a slot machine or something like that. Something silly. Get a little bit of noise in the background here while I'm closing out. Because it's something I want to play. It's something that's chill to play. I mean, maybe... You know what I can do? Maybe I'll read poetry while I fish or something like that. Find some idle time. I don't know. I'll have to keep my eyes open and be kind of actively looking. Because, I mean, well, let's think. 12 days, and I finish a day probably about every play session, give or take. Sometimes it's a bit shorter, sometimes it's a little bit longer, depending on what goes on. 80 hours of visual novel. I wouldn't be totally against doing a viz novel. I would actually be more on board if I could find a cool way to streamline chat voting or something like that. If I could think up something for that, I probably would get behind something like that. I don't know. I don't know how much of an audience I could actually pull for something like that. I don't. Maybe you'd have a better gauge on that. I think surprisingly decent. Maybe no, maybe so. But yeah, even just highest budget game just because of the VA wages. Well, if it's all gonna be VA, well, maybe it's not all VA. Maybe it's just minor VA. Because I was even thinking about doing something like an adventure game that had decent dialogue in it that I could read. I don't know too many. KGB is a dialogue heavy game. That could be pretty cool, actually. Yeah, if it's all beautiful Nippon dialogue. I'll have to look more into KGB because that might be a good one. Because KGB has interrogation segments where it is kind of like Pathologic. Yeah, I'll have to look into it more. I've not like really sat down and played KGB. It's on the Amiga, and I have. Last time I tried getting it to run, I would be able to get it to run for like 20 minutes. I legit thought about reading something like War and Peace while grinding for roses. I'd have to get a good thing to hold a book still. I legit thought specifically about War and Peace too. Yeah, maybe I could I'll read all a Lord of the Rings adventure game. I don't know, don't those kind of suck? I think those kind of suck, and yeah. I'd have to get a book stand that I could read from. Oh, no, not the get pipe. We get out. Get out with that. So yeah, there are things on the table, and I am not I'm not taking collecting roses or driving a truck while reading off the table. Though those are kind of lower on the priority. If I could find something better, I would read. Like, I would put a Viz novel, especially if I could streamline a chat vote for a Viz novel. Like, I would do a dating sim, like, Viz novel thing, if I could get a good chat vote. Anyway, though, we'll probably talk more about this when we get to, like, halfway through Changelings game, and maybe decide a little bit harder on what it is I'm actually going to do after this. But until then, I'm kind of just rambling at this point, so I'll call it. And where is my blammo? Here we go. Get some popful mail. I'm outie till, well, I'm going to be here Thursday, Friday for golf, which I've been enjoying golf. But I'll be back with this on Monday.